6 hours, roughly, since you won gold at the 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games.
That did happen. It's in my bag. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
I just carry it around with me now at all times. I don't know at what point I stopped carrying it.
There it is.
Don't dunk it in your coffee, Sarah. It's not a vibe.
That's beautiful.
Thanks.
Do you know anything about the design?
I actually, because I was on the athletes commission, I actually saw the prototypes before they were made.
Yeah.
But it has made a map of the roads and canals of Birmingham, and obviously where you have like athletes with disability in the Commonwealth Games. There's two, including like athletes with visual impairments. It has the like texture and feel to it, which I thought was pretty cool, rather than just a flat medal. And the lanyard is also adjustable. I went 3 for 3 on Snatch, which is pretty cool. And apparently my last Snatch was the best one, according to Dr. Snatch. So, you know.
It was the best one.
Tell me why it was.
God, I'm gonna need a video or something to go through it. It was just the most balanced, I think.
Yeah.
Would be the easiest way of describing what was the best. Did it feel balanced?
Yeah, I can see it's just sat in the bottom, like
Yeah.
straight.
And you're smiling.
Is that a smile? No, that is a smile. I was like, is that a grimace? Is that a smile? It's a smile. So at half time, the coaches were, like Andy comes over, he's like, it's not done yet, you're still gonna have to work for it, it's gonna be a toe for toe, like it's gonna be a lift for lift. And I was like full gladiator ready for battle. So, I'd done 24 in the back room, yes. And then she went out and missed all 3.
What did she take? Do you know?
25?
I can't remember. I think it was 25.
It's 25, because that's why they have me
You
at
went
26.
6. Yeah.
So yeah, she missed all 3. I went out for 26. It had been like 6 minutes, which is fine, really, like, because we didn't expect. Did you say no?
No, I was just trying to remember.
We kept getting up, expecting to be the next lifter out, and then obviously sitting back down. So I'd been moving, I hadn't just been sat still. And then going out for my first one. It's a bit of a weird feeling, because it's like, I know I still need to do this, but I've also basically won the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, you just need to make it.
I just need to put a lift on the board.
Gave us all a fucking heart attack. First attempt.
Yeah.
I gave myself one, I think. Went out, cleaned it, and then that's probably one of the worst pass outs I've ever done. Like,
It's one of those cleans you've ever done.
wow.
Of course, in your neck, bounced around at the bottom, just losing blood to the skull.
Why was it one of the worst?
So as it came off the floor, I think just because I was like, oh my god, if I do this, I've won. I just lifted my shoulders, which then brings all the weight back into your heels. So as I caught it, it was pushing me backwards, which obviously is then further back into my windpipe, making me more dizzy. So as I re-racked, you'll often see I put my head down because it just like lifts it off my windpipe a little bit to breathe. So I tried to do that, and I literally just lost sight and sound, and then woke up on the floor. I could just hear this around the room.
Wait,
like,
what was it?
I
quite enjoyed the fact you couldn't get your belt off as well. You're like, oh no, it's bedtime.
And then I found the doctor next to me, and I'd like regained consciousness and went to leave the platform, and then remembered that because I'd be following myself and only have 2 minutes, and if you leave the platform, the clock starts again. But they can't restart the clock while you're still on the platform. Yeah. So I like went to leave, had this thought process through my brain, and then was like, oh no, doc, I'm not okay, and just milked it out a little bit. And I sort of like, I was like this over it, and looked up and saw the coach out the corner of my eye, and they just like nodded at me. I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And they were like, stay there. So I stayed there a little bit longer, and then came back out. There was no way the second one wasn't going above my head. Like, even if I was fighting the shadows with 126.
The clean was so much easier as well.
Yeah. So I did 26 and won. Went in the back, gave Andy his running, jumping cuddle that he's been waiting the last 15 years for, I think, while he's been coaching international weightlifting. And then he put me down and went, give me 130. And they went, you want to go again? I was like, absolutely. And they were like, it's Sarah. Stu tried off down the slope.
I was speaking to Stu about this, and I was like, why 130? He was like, I don't know, she just wanted it. It didn't mean anything. She probably wasn't going to make it because it didn't mean a thing. He was like, it was either 33 for the record, or it was scratch it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, 30 sounds like a round number, let's go.
Yeah, that was all it was. Like I just wanted, like, the next increment in my head was 30. I didn't care. And no one was like, but this is the record.
Should have gone 33.
Yeah. Well, if she would have been like, it's the record, I'd have gone for it.
Yeah, fair.
What's your PB?
132 at Worlds. And the 130, I think because I'd already won, I was just hyper aware of everybody around me. Like I could see faces in the crowd when I set myself and whatever else, and I was just kind of like, well, this is fun. And the thing with the jerk, like if I'd have had to do a better job to win a medal, I would have fought with it, but like there's no point wrestling a weight above your head when it doesn't mean anything. The 130-ish. Because why not?
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard enough being a spectator, have you know?
It was such a stressful day. It was made worse by the fact Murray was in the morning and I'd already like stressed quite a lot of that, and then went straight from that to this and I was like, I'm just more stressed.
The boys made signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insert here.
Yeah.
When was the last day you trained before Monday the 1st of August, before the conference?
I trained on the Sunday.
Yeah.
Not very heavy. Like I did 65, 85. 65 snatch, 85 clean and jerk. And then I did, so that was Sunday, Friday. I did a couple of singles at 90 snatch, and up to a single on 115 clean and jerk. This is really testing my brain power now.
What's the last heavy session?
That'd be Friday.
That was on Monday. Yeah, I did a Friday session and then I did a Monday, and I went to 97, maybe for 2 singles, and then 125 clean and jerk. I cleaned 128 and hit the shadows, so I didn't bother trying to jerk it. I think that's what I did.
I remember seeing that actually. Because it's in camp.
Yeah.
In camp? Yeah.
So that's also really good recollection of training for me. I tried really hard, and especially given how little sleep I've had, I'm quite proud of myself.
Why have you had little sleep, Sarah?
Because I want to gold medal at the Commonwealth Games, so I just have enjoyed myself and drunk quite a lot since then.
Did you film yourself drunk at any point?
I didn't this time, no.
Damn it!
No, there's photos. There's definitely like drunk photos. I'm actually really sad that I didn't have to lift heavier to win.
Yeah.
That's...
Like, I was ready to do like a 136 clean and jerk and be an absolute hero.
Should have just gone 1040 and retired.
I should have just got it on my first attempt and then we won a Commonwealth Games, 4 out of 4, and that's just cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
No, I'm quite sad that I didn't have to lift more because I would have liked to have gone heavier. I did PB my snatch though, so that's cool. But again, I was expecting to have to snatch like 105,
You
106.
PB'd your snatch?
Yeah,
I thought you already had a 103.
102 at Worlds.
Oh, okay. Oh, amazing. What's the next comp? Have we got another one this year?
We've got Worlds at the end, at the end of the year, I think it's December, in Colombia. And that's the start of the Paris qualification.
Colombia. Have you been to Colombia?
No, they're in South America. It's quite exciting. Yeah, nice to go into a new weight class, win silver medals at Worlds and then win Commonwealth Games within 12 months of moving up. I did look at some photos the other day and I was like, I am thick from front to back now, like just deep. But protects my body, which is a win. Body feels healthier. It's been a good games, you know, it's a new team generally. There's only a couple of faces that have been around forever. But it's like the whole next generation coming through, and then there's a couple of 4th places for people, but like they were excellent performances. So like yes, you're just outside the medals, but you know, there's some that just didn't have a great performance, that didn't get a score on the board. But I guess it's that thing that there's more to life than weightlifting. They're still incredible humans, and you know, every experience is a learning experience, and I know that they'll all come back fighting and more fire in their bellies, ready for the next one.
Would you change anything in the build-up? Like, anything about camp or...
Not making friends with you. I don't think so, actually. I think my prep was pretty good in terms of like training environments.
Could have made the 104.
I could have made the 104 snatch, but I didn't.
Yeah, that'd be better, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I'd also not done a full snatch for weeks. No. I clearly did a good job. Nails are good, didn't need to change the colour of them. Like, I don't know what you want from me.
Right, I don't know. There might have been like a couple of days of camp that you're like, oh, you know what? I'd have rather just.
I think
not
I did
have
that
session.
though.
Or
Because I
like,
had like, yeah. What day did I have that? I missed 97 a couple of times. That wasn't a great day. But then it's like, that's just training, you miss weights. And I think I was pretty good. Like I was feeling pretty beat up one day. I was like, Stu, I'm just not coming to training today. Like there's no point, I'm not going to gain anything from it. And I think that's the thing, is where I'm old.
yeah.
And weightlifting old and experienced. That I...
You realise one day training is not going to ruin your...
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Make sure you give it a like, comment down below if you enjoyed the video, if you watched the lifting either on the stream or in person. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go follow some of the Team England guys that were here with me. You know, it's really great to be part of such a big team again. Obviously we're such a small team for Tokyo, and they all did amazing, and the wider Team England from all the different sports and the HQ staff and everyone that makes the games happen, the volunteers and the people behind the scenes, that the games just wouldn't be possible without it. We love you all, we really appreciate you all, and thank you for everything, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!